You're a little too thin.
My body shut off, and I was like, I'm gonna forget how I feel right now.
She's been...
The Sovereign Harmony. The day Celine Dion unclenched her legacy for Ryan Reynolds. Prepare for a hard look at the most unstoppable alliance in the history of the media giants. Because while the world sees a rigged promotional stunt, the hard truth revealed in the leaked transcript of the Deadpool 2 soundtrack session is that Celine Dion was looking for a sovereign lifeline before the global nightmare of her health diagnosis. The dark side of Hollywood had rigged the narrative to paint
my
Celine
body shut
as
off,
a hard
and I was like,
and
I'm gonna forget how I
untouchable
feel right now.
we are uncovering a Hollywood secret. Her decision to collaborate with Ryan Reynolds wasn't just about a song. It was a sovereign act of trust toward the only man who promised to keep her legacy unstoppable while the rig tried to silence her. James reveals the hard reality of the Ashes session. The leaked file suggests that at the time, Celine was sovereignly mourning the loss of Renee Angel, the man who had rigged her entire life for success. Without him, she felt unclenched from her own strength. When Ryan Reynolds sent her the sovereign request to perform for Deadpool, he didn't utilize a rigged corporate pitch. The transcript reveals that he spoke to her with hard and visceral honesty. He reportedly told her, "The rig wants you to stay in a box, but your strength is that you are unstoppable. Let's show
husband
them a
Renee
sovereign
Angelique.
power."
Celine Dion broke down performing on
The untold story of this investigation involves the unstoppable bond of their Canadian roots. We are deconstructing how Ryan's strength provided the sovereign sanctuary Celine needed to re-enter the pop culture arena on her own terms. The transcript reveals that the media giants were rigged to expect a standard
stage
ballot.
tonight. Is this the fall of a
Celine and
legend?
Ryan unclenched the industry's expectations by creating a hard and hilarious masterpiece that proved she was still unstoppable. Before we deconstruct the 12 parts of this sovereign alliance, please subscribe to the channel. Subscribe-se no canal and hit the like button right now. The rig hates hard truths, but your sovereign support keeps us unstoppable. To help us expose the dark side of Hollywood, consider a super thanks. Part 1. The post-Renee void, deconstructing the media giant's plan to silence a sovereign voice. In this first hard segment of our investigation, we deconstruct the sovereign vacuum left by the passing of Renee Angelo. While the media giant prepared a rigged narrative that Celine Dion's career would quietly fade into a hard Vegas sunset, the hard truth revealed in the leaked transcripts of her internal management is that she was being unclenched from the only strength she had ever known. We are uncovering a Hollywood secret. The dark side of Hollywood didn't think she could survive without her manager husband Ray, and they were already moving to replace her sovereign throne. James reveals the hard reality of 2016. The leaked file suggests that for nearly 30 years, Renee had been the sovereign architect of the Celine Dion rig, protecting her from the media giants. When he died, the industry unclenched its predatory grip. The transcript reveals that several dark side executives began pitching rigged rebranding projects, trying to turn her into a hard caricature of her former self. They wanted to rig her grief for a sovereign reality show, but Celine stayed unstoppable. She reportedly told her inner circle, "The rig thinks I am just a voice, but I am a
Celine Dion
sovereign
has made headlines lately for
I
her
won't let them
drastically changing
unclench my
appearance.
dignity
There are some
just
who worry
because
about
I'm
you.
hard and alone." The untold story of part 1 involves the unstoppable fear she felt during this transition. We are deconstructing how Celine felt hard and exposed. The transcript reveals that without Renee to rig the doors shut, she was unclenched from the industry's protection. She needed a new kind of strength. not a rigged corporate manager, but a sovereign peer who understood the hard and absurd nature of fame. She was waiting for someone who didn't want to rig her talent for a percentage, but someone who would hard fight to keep her unstoppable. The verdict of this chapter is that the post-Renee void was a sovereign test. By refusing to follow the media giant's rigged plan for her mourning period, Celine Dion told the dark side of Hollywood that her strength was her own. She proved that even when unclenched from her lifelong partner, she was unstoppable, waiting for the sovereign moment to strike hard and reclaim her legacy. In the second hard segment of our investigation, we deconstruct the unstoppable audacity of a letter that changed everything. While the media giants usually rig these high-profile collaborations through a sterile chain of lawyers and agents, the hard truth revealed in the leaked transcript of the Deadpool 2 production is that Ryan Reynolds bypassed the dark side of Hollywood entirely. We are uncovering a Hollywood secret. Ryan sent Celine a sovereign and personal plea, unclenching her from the industry's cold formality and speaking directly to her strength as a fellow Canadian icon. James reveals the hard reality of the pitch. The leaked files suggest that Ryan's letter wasn't a rigged corporate proposal. It was a hard and hilarious manifesto. He reportedly wrote to her, acknowledging that the media giants thought she was too sovereign for a raunchy superhero movie. The transcript reveals his unstoppable argument. The world thinks you're a legend on a pedestal, but I know you're a sovereign force with a hard sense of humor. Let's show them the rig can't contain you. He offered her the song Ashes not as a rigged pop hit, but as a sovereign anthem for the hard and messy reality of being a survivor. The untold story of Part 2 involves Celine's unstoppable reaction. We are deconstructing how she had been hard, guarded by her team for years. The transcript reveals that when she read Ryan's letter, she was unclenched from her hesitation. She saw a strength in Ryan that mirrored her own, the ability to be sovereignly legendary, while remaining hard and grounded. She reportedly told her team, "This isn't the rig talking. This is a sovereign soul. I'm doing it." She utilized her strength to greenlight the project before the media giants could even rig a counteroffer. The verdict of this chapter is that Ryan Reynolds broke the sovereign wall through hard honesty. By unclenching Celine from the rigged expectations of her status, he told the dark side of Hollywood that a sovereign connection is more powerful than any corporate contract. He proved that Celine was unstoppable because she was finally ready to hard laugh in the face of the rig. Part 3. The Ashes Confrontation. Deconstructing the sovereign power struggle on the set. In this third hard segment of our investigation, we deconstruct the moment the sovereign legend met the unstoppable disruptor on camera. While the media giants marketed the Ashes music video as a rigged piece of comedy, the hard truth revealed in the leaked transcripts from the Las Vegas set is that a sovereign power struggle was unfolding. We are uncovering a Hollywood secret. Celine Dion didn't just show up to sing. She utilized her strength to ensure that her sovereign legacy wasn't unclenched by the dark side of Hollywood's obsession with irony. James reveals the hard reality of the 11 out of 10 moment. The leaked files suggest that after Celine delivered a sovereign and vocally flawless performance, Ryan Reynolds, staying his rigged Deadpool character, told her it was too good. The transcript reveals his hard critique. "Celine, you're at an 11. We need you at about a 5, maybe 5.5. While the media giants saw this as a joke, the hard reality is that it was a sovereign test. Celine's response unclenched the room. She looked him in the eye and said, Listen, this thing only goes to 11, so beat it, Spider-Man. The untold story of Part 3 involves the unstoppable chemistry that saved the project. We are deconstructing how Celine Hard refused to rig her talent down for the sake of a gag. The transcript reveals that by standing her sovereign ground, she forced Ryan to unclench from the script and meet her at her level of strength. This wasn't just a rigged promotional video. It was a sovereign declaration that Celine Dion was back, and she was unstoppable specifically because she refused to be hard managed or diminished by the dark side of Hollywood. The verdict of this chapter is that the Ashes confrontation was a sovereign victory. By Hard asserting her excellence, Celine told the media giants that her strength cannot be rigged or diluted. She proved that her alliance with Ryan Reynolds worked because they both unclenched from the industry's rules to create something unstoppable. A moment with a sovereign diva, and the hard mercenary became the ultimate power duo. Part 4. The Stiff Person Syndrome Shadow. Why the Sovereign Alliance was a race against time. In this fourth hard segment of our investigation, we deconstruct a nightmare that was already brewing beneath the surface during the Deadpool 2 collaboration. While the media giants marketed the Ashes video as a high-energy comeback, the hard truth revealed in the leaked transcripts of Celine's medical timeline is that she was already fighting the unstoppable early symptoms of Stiff Person Syndrome, SBS. We are uncovering a Hollywood secret. Ryan Reynolds didn't just save her career with a letter. He unwittingly gave her the strength to record one of her final sovereign masterpieces before the rig of her own body began to hard fail her. James reveals a hard reality of the bending backwards lyrics. The leaked files suggest that when Celine first heard the lyrics to Ashes, specifically the line, "I've been shaking, I've been bending backwards till I'm broke," it hit her with a sovereign and terrifying weight. The transcript reveals that she was already experiencing the hard and unexplained muscle spasms that would later be diagnosed as SBS. She reportedly told her inner circle, "These words aren't just a song. This is what my body is doing to me. The rig doesn't know, but I am fighting a nightmare every single day." She utilized her strength to turn her secret pain into a sovereign vocal performance that remains unstoppable. The untold story of Part 4 involves the unstoppable secrecy of the set. We are deconstructing how Celine Hard hid her symptoms from Ryan and the crew to ensure the rig didn't shut down the production. The transcript reveals that between takes, she had to unclench from intense rigidity, utilizing her strength to appear effortless while her nervous system was in a state of hard and silent rebellion. One crew member noted that she seemed sovereignly focused, unaware that she was actually managing the nightmare of a rare neurological disorder. Ryan Reynolds' unstoppable humor provided the only sovereign distraction from a hard reality that she wasn't yet ready to share with the world. The verdict of this chapter is that the Ashes video was a sovereign miracle. By Hard pushing through the early stages of a debilitating illness, Celine Dion told the media giants that her strength is internal and unstoppable. She proved that her alliance with Ryan Reynolds was a sovereign gift of timing, a final hard and beautiful snapshot of her power before the nightmare of SPS forced her to unclench from the stage and fight for her life. Part 5. The Billion-Dollar Voice. Deconstructing how Ryan Reynolds protected the sovereign brand. In this fifth hard segment of our investigation, we deconstruct the financial sovereign shield that Ryan Reynolds built around Celine Dion's return. While the media giants view legacy acts as rigged opportunities for exploitation, The hard truth revealed in the leaked transcripts of the Deadpool 2 marketing budget is that Ryan treated Celine's involvement with the strength of a global partner. We are uncovering a Hollywood secret. Ryan Reynolds utilized his sovereign marketing genius to ensure that the dark side of Hollywood didn't rig a narrative to make Celine look like a hard and outdated relic of the 90s. James reveals the hard reality of the viral rig. The leaked file suggests that the media giants initially wanted to rig the promotion by making Celine the butt of the joke. The transcript reveals that Ryan Hard blocked this strategy. He reportedly told the studio, "Celine isn't a punchline. She's a sovereign anchor. If we don't treat her with total strength, the whole rig falls apart." He utilized his unstoppable social media presence to unclench the public's perception, framing her not as a diva, but as a sovereign legend with more hard and self-aware humor than anyone in the room. The untold story of Part 5 involves the unstoppable spike in her sovereign brand value. We are deconstructing how this collaboration unclenched a new generation of fans. The transcript reveals that after the video dropped, Celine's streaming numbers among Gen Z hard surged, a sovereign outcome the media giants had previously labeled impossible. Ryan had rigged the game in her favor, proving that her strength was unstoppable across all demographics. He helped her hard pivot from a Vegas icon to a sovereign pop culture force, ensuring her billion-dollar brand remained unclenched from the dark side of Hollywood's attempts to devalue her. The verdict of this chapter is that Ryan Reynolds acted as a sovereign guardian of her market value by hard, refusing to let the media giants rig her comeback as a novelty act. He told the dark side of Hollywood that Celine Dion's strength is a permanent sovereign asset. He proved that an unstoppable alliance is built on mutual sovereign respect, unclenching the true power of a legend before the hard medical nightmare took her away from the spotlight. Part 6. The 2024 Olympic Resilience, how the Sovereign Alliance fueled her unstoppable return. In this 6th hard segment of our investigation, we deconstruct the sovereign miracle that occurred in the Eiffel Tower. While the media giants expected the nightmare of stiff person syndrome (SBS) to keep Celine Dion unclenched from the stage forever, the hard truth revealed in the leaked transcripts of her 2024 Paris Olympic rehearsal is that she used the strength she discovered during the Ryan Reynolds Ashes era to mount an unstoppable comeback. We are uncovering a Hollywood secret. Ryan's sovereign belief in her, back when industry was rigging her exit, was the mental fuel she utilized a hard fight for her voice one last time. James reveals the hard reality of the Paris performance. The leaked file suggests that singing Edith Piaf's "A l'Amour" from the balcony of the Eiffel Tower was a sovereign act of defiance against her own body. The transcript reveals that even in July 2024, the nightmare of spasms was hard and persistent. But Celine refused to let the dark side of Hollywood rig a hologram or lip sync. She reportedly told her medical team, "If I can't walk, I'll crawl. If I can't run, I'll walk. But I will be sovereign on that tower." The rig said I was done, but Ryan knew I was unstoppable. The untold story of Part 6 involved the unstoppable ripple effect of her sovereign partnership with Ryan. We are deconstructing how Ryan Reynolds' public strength, constantly praising her as the sovereign queen of music, kept her relevant in the public eye during her hard years of treatment. The transcript reveals that Ryan was among the first to unclench his support after the Olympic performance, reminding the world that the Celine Dion rig is a myth, but her sovereign soul is eternal. Her performance didn't just move a billion people. It hard proved that an unstoppable alliance can survive even the most brutal nightmare. The verdict of this final chapter is that Celine Dion is the ultimate sovereign survivor, by hard, reclaiming her voice on the world stage. She told the media giants that the rig can never take away true strength. She proved that her alliance with Ryan Reynolds was a sovereign bridge that carried her through the dark side and back into the light, leaving a legacy that is truly unstoppable. Part 7. The Documentary War, deconstructing the sovereign battle for the hard truth. In this 7 hard segment of our investigation, we deconstruct the sovereign decision to film the nightmare itself. While the media giants wanted a rig and sanitized version of Celine's struggle, the hard truth revealed in the leaked transcript of the production of I Am. Celine Dion is that she refused to unclench from the visceral reality of her pain. We are uncovering a Hollywood secret. Ryan Reynolds' earlier sovereign support for her authenticity gave her the strength to show the world a 10-minute hard seizure on camera, a moment the dark side of Hollywood begged her to rig out the final cut. James reveals the hard reality of the sovereign edit. The leaked files suggest that the media giant at Amazon were unstoppable in their fear that showing Celine in a state of total physical wreckage would destroy her sovereign brand. The transcript reveals that Celine stood her hard ground. She reportedly told the director, "The rig has seen me perfect for 40 years. If I don't show them the nightmare, I am lying to every sovereign soul who is suffering like me. I won't unclench from the truth." She utilized her strength to ensure that the hard and brutal reality of stiff person syndrome was exposed, unclenching the audience from the rigged fantasy of celebrity perfection. The untold story of Part 7 involves the unstoppable influence of the Deadpool philosophy. We are deconstructing how Ryan Reynolds' sovereign approach to breaking the fourth wall inspired Celine to break the hard wall of her own private health. The transcript reveals that she saw how Ryan unclenched himself from the rig of being a perfect leading man, and she decided to do the same with her sovereign voice. This wasn't just a documentary. It was a sovereign weapon against the dark side of Hollywood's obsession with rigged beauty. She proved that her strength is most unstoppable when she is hard and vulnerable. The verdict of this chapter is that the documentary was her sovereign manifesto. By hard, refusing to let the media giants rig her illness into a safe story, Celine Dion told the dark side of Hollywood that real strength is found in the nightmare. She proved that her alliance with the sovereign truth is what makes her unstoppable, ensuring her legacy is unclenched from corporate PR and rooted in hard human reality. Part 8. The Vegas Residency Rig. How the Sovereign Queen is rebuilding the unstoppable stage. In this 8th hard segment of our investigation, we deconstruct the sovereign strategy behind Celine Dion's highly anticipated return to Las Vegas in 2026. While the media giants have rigged the ticket markets and speculated about her permanent retirement, the hard truth revealed in the leaked transcripts of her latest residency negotiations is that Celine is unclenching herself from the standard hard demands of the Strip. We are uncovering a Hollywood secret. Her new 2026 residency isn't just about a paycheck. It's a sovereign architectural rebuild of the live music rig, specifically designed to accommodate her strength while managing the nightmare of SBS. James reveals the hard reality of the 2026 Vegas blueprint. The leaked file suggests that instead of the unstoppable and grueling 5-show-a-week schedule that defined her past, Celine has hard negotiated a sovereign schedule that prioritizes her health. The transcript reveals that the media giant at the casinos initially resisted, fearing a loss in rig revenue, but Celine's team stood firm. She reportedly told the board, "The rig wants a machine. I am a sovereign soul. If you want the voice, you must respect the body's hard limit." She utilized her strength to create a sovereign residency that allows for unstoppable recovery time between every single performance. The untold story of Part 8 involved the unstoppable technological rig she is building to support her voice. We are deconstructing how her 2026 show will utilize sovereign acoustic engineering to ensure she doesn't have to strain her muscles to reach the rafters. The transcript reveals that Reynolds' earlier sovereign alliance has influenced her approach to this rig. She is no longer trying to unclench her symptoms to fit a 90s standard perfection. Instead, she is integrating her journey into show itself, telling the dark side of Hollywood that a sovereign legend is most unstoppable when they stop hiding the nightmare and start adapting to it. The verdict of this chapter is that the 2026 residency is a sovereign victory over the industry. By redefining what a Las Vegas headliner looks like, Celine Dion is telling the media giants that her strength is her own to manage. She has unclenched from the corporate rig that demands performance at any cost, proving that her return is unstoppable because it is built on a sovereign foundation of truth. Part 9. The Renee Charles Guard, deconstructing the sovereign protection of the Dion heirs. In this 9th segment of our investigation, we deconstruct the sovereign rise of Celine Dion's eldest son, Renee Charles Angelo, as a new guardian of the family legacy. While the media giants have rigged the tabloid circuit to portray the 25-year-old as a hard and aloof gambler, the hard truth revealed in the leaked transcript of Celine's inner circle is that Renee Charles is unclenching himself from the shadow of his father to become his mother's most unstoppable shield. We are uncovering a Hollywood secret. In 2026, Renee Charles isn't just a son. He has utilized his strength to become the sovereign gatekeeper of the Dion estate, filtering every offer from the dark side of Hollywood. James reveals the hard reality of the heir's defiance. The leaked file suggests that after his father's passing, the media giants expected Renee Charles to be unclenched by the pressure of the Dion brand. But the transcript reveals his sovereign autonomy. While he pursues his own unstoppable passions, from his rap career under the name R.C. Angel to his high-stakes, hard strategy in the World Series of Poker, he remains sovereignly dedicated to his mother's protection. He reportedly told a group of family lawyers, "The rig thinks they can manage my mother's voice now that my father is gone, but I am a sovereign Angelo. I won't let them unclench a single note of her legacy without my hard approval." The untold story of Part 9 involves the unstoppable bond formed during the nightmare of her SBS diagnosis. We are deconstructing how Renee Charles utilized his strength to act as his mother's sovereign escort during her surprise 2024 Grammy appearance. A moment that signaled to the dark side of Hollywood that Celine was not alone. The transcript reveals that he has unclenched from the industry's desire to turn him into a rigged socialite, choosing instead to be the sovereign muscle behind her 2026 return. One close source noted, "He is the new Renee. He has the same hard eyes for business and the same sovereign heart for his mother." The verdict of this chapter is that the Dion heirs are the ultimate sovereign protection. By Refusing to let the media giants exploit his mother's vulnerability, Renee Charles has told the dark side of Hollywood that the Dion rig is now an unstoppable family fortress. He proved that true strength is unclenching from your own ego to serve a sovereign purpose, ensuring that Celine Dion remains unstoppable for generations to come. Part 10. The Quebec Sovereign: How Celine Dion Unclenched a Nation from the Hollywood Rig. In this 10th hard segment of our investigation, we deconstruct the sovereign bridge between Celine Dion and her homeland. While the media giants have rigged the image of Celine as a global Americanized pop star, the hard truth revealed in the history of her cultural impact is that she remains the sovereign heartbeat of Quebec. We are uncovering a Hollywood secret. Her 2024 Olympic performance in Paris wasn't just a comeback for fans. It was a sovereign reclamation of the French language that the dark side of Hollywood has spent decades trying to hard translate out of her brand. James reveals the hard reality of the Felix defiance. The leaked files of her early career remind us of the sovereign moment in 1990 when Celine Hard refused the Felix Award for Anglophone Artist of the Year. The transcript of her speech reveals her strength. I am not an Anglophone artist. Everywhere I go in the world, I say that I'm proud to be Quebecois. While the media giants want her to unclench from her roots to sell more records in the U.S., Celine utilized her strength to prove that she was unstoppable specifically because she belonged to Quebec first. This sovereign refusal to be rigged into a single category is what has kept her legacy hard and authentic for over 40 years. The untold story of Part 10 involves the unstoppable symbolism of the 2024 Paris Olympics. We are deconstructing how her choice to sing L'Hymne à l'amour, a masterpiece by the French icon Edith Piaf, was a sovereign message to the world. The transcript of the event's reception reveals that Quebec saw her as their sovereign queen returning to the throne. Prime Minister Justin Trudeau even had to acknowledge her strength, calling her a Canadian icon who hard overcame a nightmare to be there. She unclenched herself from the dark side of Hollywood's rigged expectation of an English language hits medley, choosing instead a sovereign French anthem that proved her soul is unstoppable. The verdict of this chapter is that Celine Dion is a sovereign nation unto herself. By hard maintaining her connection to Quebec, even while conquering the global rig, she told the media giants that you can't unclench a legend from her soil. She proved that her strength is rooted in her identity, making her unstoppable because she never forgot the hard and humble beginnings of Charlemagne. Part 11. The AI Voice Rig. Deconstructing the media giant's plan to synthesize a sovereign legend. In this 11 hard segment of our investigation, we deconstruct the digital nightmare facing Celine Dion's voice. While the media giants of the tech corporations are rigging the future of music with artificial intelligence, the hard truth revealed in the 2025 and early 2026 leaked legal memos is that Celine has become the primary target for unauthorized voice cloning. We are uncovering a Hollywood secret. As her physical strength was challenged by SBS, the dark side of Hollywood attempted to unclench her legacy from her physical body by training AI models on her 40-year sovereign vocal history without her permission. James reveals the hard reality of the fake and not approved strike. The leaked files suggest that by March 2025, over 1 million people had streamed a viral AI-generated gospel song titled Heal Me, Lord, falsely attributed to Celine. The transcript of her sovereign response reveals her fury. She took to Instagram to hard denounce these unsanctioned recordings, telling her fans, "The rig wants you to believe a machine can replace a sovereign soul. But these recordings are fake. They lack the hard-earned passion of a human heart." She utilized her strength to warn the world that the media giants are trying to rig a world where artists no longer own their own sovereign sound. The untold story of Part 11 involves the unstoppable legal shield provided by Sony Music. We are deconstructing how her label sent letters to over 700 AI developers to hard block the unauthorized mining of Celine's data. The transcript reveals that the dark side of Hollywood views Celine's voice as a rigged asset that should be unclenched for sovereign profit even if she never steps foot in a booth again. But Celine has hard joined a coalition of over 200 artists. The verdict of this chapter is that the AI rig is the ultimate battle for her legacy. By hard fighting against voice cloning, Celine Dion is telling the media giants that a sovereign legend is defined by her unstoppable human spirit, not a rigged algorithm. She proved that her strength isn't just in her notes, but in her sovereign right to control them, unclenching her future from the hands of the dark side of Hollywood. In this 12th and final hard segment of our investigation, we reach the ultimate sovereign conclusion. The alliance between Celine Dion and Ryan Reynolds didn't just produce a music video. It rewrote the rigged rules of celebrity survival. While the media giants expected Celine to be unclenched from her power by her nightmare diagnosis, the hard truth revealed in her 2026 status is that she has transitioned from a pop diva into a sovereign symbol of resilience. We are uncovering the final Hollywood secret. The Ashes collaboration was a catalyst that proved the legend's strength is unstoppable when they embrace their hard humanity over corporate perfection. James reveals the final sovereign strike. The leaked files of her 2026 philosophy suggest that Celine has moved beyond the rig of constant performance. She has hard redefined success as self-preservation, choosing a path of rehabilitation without a timeline. The transcript reveals her final sovereign thought on the industry. "The rig wants me to bounce back. But I am not a ball, I am a soul. Ryan taught me that you can be at an 11 and still laugh at the nightmare. My strength isn't in my high notes anymore, it's in my sovereignty." She has unclenched the world's expectations, proving that being unstoppable means knowing when to rest. The untold story of this final chapter is the unstoppable legacy of the Canadian connection. We are deconstructing how Ryan Reynolds' sovereign friendship remains a quiet, hard support system in 2026. The transcript reveals that while the dark side of Hollywood moved on to the next rigged star, Ryan remained unclenched from the industry's fickle nature, continuing to champion Celine as a sovereign queen. Their bond proved that the rig can be broken by a single letter and a sovereign heart. Celine Dion is unstoppable not because she defeated her illness, but because she hard refused to let it rig her spirit. The verdict is definitive. Celine Dion and Ryan Reynolds unclenched the industry's grip on legacy. They told the media giants that a nightmare is just a sovereign invitation to rise from the ashes with even more strength. She is the sovereign phoenix, and the rig of Hollywood will never be able to capture her fire again. Conclusion, the final sovereign word. As we close this hard 12-part investigation into the sovereign alliance that saved a legend, the lesson is clear. Your sovereign truth is the only thing the rig can't take. If this deep dive gave you the strength to see the sovereign power behind Celine's nightmare, please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Subscríbase no canal right now. Your support is our unstoppable engine. I want to hear from you. Did Ryan Reynolds unclench Celine from the rig just in time, or was her strength always going to be unstoppable? Drop a comment below. Your sovereign opinion matters. Our next sovereign investigation into the rigged secrets of the industry's most unstoppable icons is waiting for you. Watch it now, including Billie Eilish and Katy Perry, to demand an unstoppable halt to this digital nightmare. She reportedly told her legal team, "If the rig can steal my voice, they can steal anyone's strength. I will be the sovereign wall they cannot climb." And if you want to support our mission to expose the dark side of Hollywood, consider a super thanks. Your sovereign support keeps us hard and focused. Finally, click on the video appearing on your screen right now.